Hello Horizon Youth, I'm so excited to be with you all today. I miss you all so much. If you don't know me, I'm Jazz and I am a leader in junior high in Force. Best age group ever, love Force, miss you all so much. I'm really excited to come around just a short devotional today. I'm going to read from 1 Corinthians 13. It's a verse that I'm sure a lot of you know, 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4 to 7. And it says, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no records of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. It's such a beautiful verse, and I'm sure it's one that you guys would have heard a lot. But as I was reading Corinthians, God just really spoke to me out of, just before that, it talks about the gifts and how that you could be the most amazing, most gifted, most talented person in all these areas, but if you don't have love, it's for nothing. And then this is how it describes love to us, that love is patient, that love is kind. And as I was reading it, God just really spoke to me about how I define myself, and do I define myself as someone who is love in that way, who is kind, who is patient, who is all the things it says here. And look, I don't always, because I'm not always that person. I am not always kind, I'm not always patient. Sometimes I get angry easily, sometimes I am proud, all these sort of things it says. I am not perfect, so sometimes I don't define myself as these things. But what I really felt God just encourage me with and speak to me about is the more I define myself as this, because this is who He's called me to be, the more I tell myself, Jazz, you're patient, Jazz, you're kind. Jazz, you don't envy, Jazz, you don't boast, Jazz, you're not proud. The more I define myself as that, because that's who God's called me to be, the more I actually start to act in that way, the more that He can help me act in a way of love, towards my family, towards my friends and those around me. And I actually felt it made the biggest difference. I just reminded myself in those moments where you kind of have that decision, where you're like, oh, I'm getting a bit angry, a bit frustrated about something. And then it's like, no, actually, Jazz is not easily angered, and all the things that it says here. And I felt God just really encouraged me that the more I define myself by what He calls me to and what He tells me who I am, the more that I define myself as love, like it says in 1 Corinthians 13, the more I'll actually act in a way, and the more He can help me act in a way that is loving to those around me. And I love that God is like that He actually doesn't go, no, actually, you're not that. You're not kind, you're not patient, you're not perfect all the time. So I'm disappointed in you. But what He actually does is He comes alongside us and He actually helps us act in that way. He helps us be the person He's called us to be. It's one of my favorite things about God, and I really loved this verse, and I loved hearing God speak to me about that. But I just wanted to encourage you with that today, Horizon Youth. I miss you all so much, and I can't wait to see you on Friday.